Hello everybody, today I'm going to be revisiting the iPhone 4 in 2022. Now if you're new here, consider hitting the subscribe button and ring the bell. So I've done one of these for the iPhone 5S, but I've never done one for the iPhone 4. And the thing is, I used to be a big fan of the 4, and I still kinda am, but this is going to be a little bit of a different review because I personally wouldn't recommend this as an iPhone today because a lot of reasons, but I'll list those later. I got two new iPhone 4s because they were actually activation locked and they didn't know how to get into them. So they sold them on eBay. They were only $10 for two, and I got them and I managed to unlock the activation lock because there's this program called iRemove where, like the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S, you can unlock them for free. So I got two of these. I got the white and the black. So the thing about the iPhone 4 is that I personally like the iPhone 5S more because, let me see if I can get that over here. I personally like the iPhone 5S more because I like the shape more. This is iPhone 4 versus iPhone 5S. And it's actually pretty different because this is a 3.5-inch display. They were sticking to this for a while, but I wanted to talk about the exterior first because that's my favorite part about it still. And I really like this exterior. Like, you have the home button, that still works. You have the power button on the top, and the headphone jack is on the top, which I never really cared for. I personally like it at the bottom. But that's just my opinion. You got the volume buttons over here, the ringer, and I think these iPhones I got are Verizon specific because they don't have a SIM card lock or SIM card slot on here. So I also have that with my old iPhone 4, which I'll show you right now. And this iPhone 4 has literally been with us for like 10 years, or maybe not 10 years, but I would say almost 7 years. Probably longer. This is the iPhone 4 that I grew up with. Yeah, like, you're probably asking Zion, like, why are you keeping this? You probably should just throw it away. And I agree to an extent, but this is the original iPhone 4, the first iPhone that I've ever gotten. I really liked it, and I want to keep it forever, even though I don't even know how that happened. Like, the inside just showing now, and it's like sharp edges and stuff. Well, this is the original iPhone 4 that I grew up with. The back actually still looks pretty good, but the front is just massacred. But the most surprising thing about this is that it still works. I tried plugging it in recently and it works still. And I'm like, what? How does that happen? So I wanted to get an iPhone 4 specifically for this review because there's some things I like about it and some things I absolutely do not like about it anymore. So I like the exterior. That's the best part about it, in my opinion. Like, it's so comfortable in the hands, and I really like it. So let's turn on this phone. This is running iOS 7. So one thing that I noticed when I unlock these phones is it's really lagging. Like, it's laggy a lot. Like, it doesn't look like it on the video, but in real life, you'll notice it. Like, there's a big delay. I mean, to be fair, these are like 10-year-old phones and probably older. I was surprised how laggy they were, and it's kind of sad because, to be honest, like, I honestly wouldn't recommend an iPhone 4 for today for a personal phone because I was testing the batteries for these things, and these batteries are pretty bad. This one is still at halfway, but this one specifically really is not good. This is iOS 7. I like iOS 7's icons a lot, like the app icons. I know you can do it in like shortcuts on the new widgets thing for iOS 14 where you can change the app icons and stuff. iOS 7 probably has my favorite app icon library. Like, they just look so cool. But I tried downloading some apps on here. It's just not supported anymore. And actually the App Store still works. It still shows up, but it's just like, I just don't see why someone would get an iPhone 4 in today's time Because even if you wanted the home button and stuff, I think there's a lot better options. Like, actually, actually have an SE over here, an iPhone SE. This is a lot better alternative. Like, if I don't want it to seem like I'm trash talking the iPhone 4. It seems like I just would not buy an iPhone 4 in this day of age, because if you want to keep like the home button and stuff, the actual clickable home button, you don't want to move on to like the no home button screen, I would recommend getting an original iPhone SE. And those are actually selling for not very much, so you can get one easily. I might have to do an iPhone SE review down the line, because like I think it's actually a really underrated phone, and I think a lot of people need to know about it. I've always preferred the smaller phones. Like, I've always preferred managing to get up and like put your thumb up there and like actually like pull this down and stuff. And that's just what I prefer. I mean, my iPhone 11's fine, but I just think it's too big. But I just feel like overall, if you want a phone that's kind of like this style, I wouldn't get the iPhone 4, because the battery is just not great anymore, and it's not supported with iOS anymore. I mean, actually, iPhone SE will probably in this next update not be supported with the iOS 16, but I actually think it's still a pretty good investment. If you want to have that smaller iPhone 5S style, I would recommend getting the original SE. Some people recommend the second gen, but I am just not a fan of the non-clickable home button. I think it's stupid, but I don't like the sensor. But if you want like an actual like good device that'll last you for maybe around 2 years, this is a good one. But I just wouldn't recommend the iPhone 4, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, the reason I got these iPhone 4s is one, because I have a phone collection over here. It's just like right next to me. I'll have to do that eventually. I think the best thing about these phones are the exterior and the holding quality, like the size and stuff. I just wouldn't recommend it in 2022, not at all, because it's just, when I've been noticing that it's just been really laggy. So at least with the iPhone 5S, like you could say that because they supported it for so long, it got a little bit worse. But this just really shows its lagginess. So yeah, but if you wanted to keep it for like a collector's item, maybe. But for like a personal phone, I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, so overall, iPhone 4, I respect what it did for the iPhone market, but I wouldn't recommend it today. So thank you guys so much for watching. It sounded like a little bit more like a rant for that the iPhone 4 is updated and stuff, but I wanted to talk about it today because I think it's just such a contrast between the iPhone 5S, which I did a week or two ago. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace.